We live?
You're welcome.
All right. How we doing, everybody? It's Jonathan Bolano Home over at Keller Williams.
Hey everybody, Jonathan Agadello from North Point Bank in Providence.
As you can see, we have a little bit of a different setup today. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. We got a Corona on this side instead of the Heine, and a coffee on my side because I didn't drink my coffee this morning, so I am getting some crazy headaches right now. I can't speak.
Crazy.
So, episode number 20. Welcome. We're going to be talking to you guys about a few cool things today, because next week we have, what's going on?
Next week, I think it's a little thing. We're giving away this small little thing, a $250 Amazon gift card.
Jeez, a $250 Amazon gift card.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Are you guys sharing and tagging people in these videos yet?
You should be.
You
I
should
noticed last week there was a couple more people sharing there, and we're getting to the nitty gritty, let's say.
Right to the end.
And yeah, a week from today will be our first video of 19, and then Thursday we will do the raffle.
Right. And so,
A week from today is also my birthday. Just throwing it out there.
high five. What is it, 37?
28.
Yeah.
Anybody buying that? No? 35? Okay, thanks.
Congratulations. No, but what do you call it? So, are we going to be doing it? We're going to be doing this for your birthday?
What, the video?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's what we're doing on Thursday. I lied. We're not doing a video.
All right.
I lied.
All right.
Just kidding, everybody.
So we're going to be switching it up next week to Thursday, having the live video then. I actually have to update that on my calendar because I don't have it there yet. And I'm Mr. OCD, so I have everything in my calendar. But since my phone's over there, I can't update that. But anyways,
Very important.
back to the Amazon gift card. What is the Amazon gift card? The Amazon gift card is for those of you that enter the raffle that we have going on. And how do you enter that raffle? It's free, number one, which is important. Number two, if you share a video, you get one entry into that raffle. If you tag somebody, you get 2 entries. How many times can you do it per video?
Unlimited amount of times.
Unlimited. So all
Every
you
time
do
you
is
do it,
share.
we enter your name another time.
Right. And we have the ability to track that through Facebook, so just increase your chances. And who doesn't want a $250 Amazon gift card?
I know.
I mean,
Trust me,
easy.
I'm trying to find a way to enter myself, but I don't think there's any not obvious way.
Family member that doesn't have your last name.
Everybody knows my family.
Oh.
People will see who went, hey, wait a second, I know who that was, you know?
Oh, valid point.
Yeah, so.
Well, I didn't really fully think that one out. I wasn't going to try, so, you know. Too
No,
honest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But anyways, so what we're going to be getting into today is what to expect in the market for 2019. And this isn't what to expect verbatim because anything can happen. But one of the caveats in real estate, or things to note, is that usually the rest of the United States follows what happens in California. Everything starts there, and then it transgresses into everything else, if transgress is even the right word for this. So if you guys are paying attention to the real estate market, most of you are probably paying attention to what's going on in California and how that's shifting through the rest of the U.S. And what to expect. And so...
and to add to that, sorry about that, on my side, mine is going to be more of a what to expect in the process from this point of the year, in other words.
Right.
Kind of like, you know, how the market goes up and down in the whole nine, but what ends up happening, you know, these winter months, what you can do to be better prepared for whatever's going to happen in the spring market and all that stuff.
And that's
on
extremely
the
important.
side.
Yes. So this isn't to say that this is happening at this moment because we're just touching the beginning of 2019, but these are some of the predictions that are coming up and from other realtors, from other big-time realtors, and just sharing that kind of stuff with you guys. And then as you guys are hitting the market, high suggestion is to talk to your loan officer, find out what the current rates are, talk to your real estate agent, find out what's going on nationally, what's going on in your state, and what's going on in your city / locally to make sure you fully get a good understanding of what the market is doing from both a seller and a buyer standpoint, because that changes up your whole entire game plan. I mean, if we're talking about a low supply market, kind of like what we were just in, and we had a lot of buyers out there, I mean, we're talking about bidding wars. So that means that the seller can put their house like nice and low and understand that you're going to get 3 or 4 buyers that are coming by and start overbidding each other. And so you're going to sell higher than listing and potentially hit a point where the house isn't even appraised for amount that you had agreed upon, which isn't it's a sucky situation, but at the same time, it's not a bad scenario to be part of.
On the other side of that, on the loan side of that, in those situations, you don't want to be putting an offer in a house where the asking price is your limit, your absolute max. In that case. So, for example, when we have a market like this where people, they're going to price it a little lower and they know that it's going to, it's going to be a bidding war, you come in and you're like, oh, this is priced at $200,000. My max is $200,000. you put in that max offer and something that you know is going to get into a bidding war, might as well not even put in that offer when it comes down to that.
Right.
Because if you know, I mean, there's no way to predict if there's going to be a bidding war. But if you go to an open house and there's 15 people there, there's 15 different families there, 15 different people looking to buy that house, your asking price offer is probably not going to be the highest offer there.
Right.
So it's just one of those things. You make sure you really fully understand what your max is when it comes to what you qualify for when you speak to your loan officer. Like I said, this guy, and see make sure you fully understand, and don't be afraid to ask that question, even though they've already told you 2, 3, 4 times. Confirm. Say it again. Hey, listen, I want to go check out this house. It's listed at $250. You said my max is like $255. Is there any wiggle room there at all? Blah blah blah. Is that my absolute max? Okay, good. There we go. And then you find out, what position you're in, so you don't put yourself in a position that your hopes down, waste your own time. Sitting there trying to put an offer in on something that you won't be able to get.
Right. And we've seen that from the real estate side many times, where people put in offers like that only to realize that it's not going to happen. And so some of the things that people are stuck in still are from what happened in the the 1990s, I guess, or even the early 2000s, where you could lowball a lot of these people, and you could go 10, 20K below and still end up getting your offer accepted. And in this market, even though it's starting to slow down, that's not how it works. And especially in the market that we just came out of, that we're kind of still in, but we're in that slight shift right now.
No transition where
Correct.
Everybody kind of
but
falls asleep for a few months.
That doesn't change anything. That, like, you still don't want to lowball that much, because chances are the probability, I'm talking, is more unlikely to not
Correct.
get something accepted. And then even if you do get it accepted, we're talking about a month, 2 months down the road, and everything's still being the same. And then you get in your appraisal at that current market value, and if the market shifts, you're making it tough for yourself. So anyways,
and that's not to say that with a fine, real estate agent like Mr. Bolano here, they're not going to be able to negotiate the price down for you, or that it's going to have to be asking or higher every single time, because that's just what they're looking for. No, it's those specific cases where it's going to be some kind of bidding war, or this is a hot item on the market. This house is one that it's going to go fast, or it's going to go high.
Right.
That's what we're getting at there. It's not necessarily, I don't want you guys thinking, oh well, Jonathan's basically saying he's not gonna. No, he's not gonna.
I'll actually give it to you
lower,
just like this. 2 or 3 of our offers. I got to check if it was the third, but 2 or 3 of our offers actually got accepted for buyers this year. $5 grand below. I'm trying to stop problems.
Yeah.
$5 grand below. I think there was one that was 10, and I think there was one that was 15 that happened a couple months back. What the listing price was. So we're not opposed to doing it. But we can't go in there with that mindset that that's like a special moment where it's just like, wow, can I just try that one property and just see? Yeah, let's try it out. But that doesn't mean we're gonna go in to 50 properties and just keep lowballing. Yeah. Now we're getting a little on the ridiculous side.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's one of those things. It's better if you guys understand how that works.
Yes. But so you should talk to your realtor about that at the time, so that way you guys can make sure that this is the right option for you, and you're not just sitting there turning your wheels in dirt, as I always say.
Absolutely.
Progressing though, in the upcoming market, one of the things that we are anticipating, we're kind of seeing right now, is the levels of appreciation in homes are actually starting to slow down. So instead of the market still climbing the way it was, we're talking about it's starting to hit a
level off.
Exactly.
All right.
And so for those of you that are sellers out there, chances of your house getting into bidding wars, because we're talking about lower supply, and a higher supply, since there are less buyers out there. The chances of your house getting into a bidding war is much more unlikely. So sellers out there, once again, work with your realtor, but just understand that if you get a really good offer, and even if it's listing price or just a little bit over, don't push away off it really quickly, thinking that we're still in yesterday's market. Understand that in the market that you are currently in right now in 2019 might just end up being that one where that might be the best you're going to get, and it's something that your realtor may request, or recommend you taking or accepting, because the chances of you getting that again is slim to none.
And from the standpoint of someone that's not on the real estate, on the realtor side, what I would say is trust your realtor. So make sure you understand, and ask them, oh, why should we be taking this offer and not holding out for more? Because if somebody, like the way Mr. Bolano here does and his wife, they will explain to you, and and most good agents should do, they'll explain to you and they'll say, yeah, you know, you understand you're trying to get more out of it, but you know what, this might be the best offer we're going to get because this and this and this,
right?
Because of comparables in the area, because of just where the market's at right now, and based on all that kind of stuff. So,
or even just based on the offer and the type of offer it is. I mean, we're talking about a conventional versus an FHA, or somebody that puts it down 20K versus 5, but that's all getting into the details.
Exactly, but that's the kind of things that they're going to want to talk to you about.
Right.
So I'd say, yeah, definitely, like he says, you know, be prepared for that, but also ask the question, or be prepared, you know, have an open mind, and really work with your agent so that way you know and you understand why the decision is being made, and you're more comfortable and confident with the decision that you're taking.
That's actually one of the things that we like to do on a weekly basis as often as possible. Right now we do it every single Tuesday. We contact our buyers or sellers, and we just kind of go through a quick update of what's going on either in the market or just with them or with their transaction, and we kind of just run through everything. Yeah, I got my cuckoo clock.
A legit cuckoo clock, yes. Huh?
It's working. It was something that my grandparents had, and I don't know.
Fixed it?
I felt like, yeah, I fixed it, and I finally got it up hanging properly.
Nice.
So anyways, so you have less buyers, I mean, more buyers out there and less supply. So for you sellers out there, that means that the buyers have options, all right? And so not speaking to the sellers anymore, speaking to you buyers, realize that you don't always have to go above asking like what you did before, that most of the listing price, or maybe just a little bit above, is what you're going to be expecting in the upcoming markets, is where you're going to have to be in order to get your offer accepted. So
and I would still say the same thing I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
In that sense, fully understand where you are, understand if there's wiggle room, understand, you know, most good loan officers, if you tell them, hey, even if I qualify for 400, I don't want to pay more than 2,200 a month. I don't want to pay more than 1,700 a month. See where that puts you, and see if you can stretch that a little, or if you need to pull it back. Again, excuse me, sorry. These coronas,
it's better than the coughing last week.
Yeah, yeah.
How you feeling better? Sounds better.
Yeah, a lot better. You know, once in a while a little cough comes up. It's just that, you know, that little end of it that's kind of. But like I was saying, yeah, it's the same kind of deal. You want to talk to your loan officer, see where you're at, where you can pull back if you can, where you can kind of stretch a little more if you need to. Very important. A lot of people don't think of this aspect. Talk to you if you have your loan officer recommending you insurance people, homeowners insurance, for example. Have them look into those numbers. Have them, you know, give the insurance agent permission if you like, or call together and say, hey, my clients look. That's more of a clearing my throat. My client's looking to you know, to see if they can shave anything off. Where are we at coverage wise? What's going on? Make sure you have everything you need, but maybe you can get, you know, a little more value out of it. And that's one thing I do a lot with my clients that I don't know how many loan officers do. Maybe everybody does it, maybe they don't. But when you contact that insurance agent, or even if it's just, you know, like you have your own agent and you tell me as a loan officer, hey, this is who I want to work with, I can contact them and say, hey, listen, man, they want to be here. This is what we have. Is there anything that you can work with within these parameters that is still going to offer them that great coverage, and still be good to go, and, you know, maybe shave $20 off the loan here or there a month? If it's possible, they'll do it. If not, you know, they'll try their best. And it's one of those little extra steps that maybe you don't think of. You're like, oh man, the taxes are a little higher than I expected. Maybe the insurance can be lower. You know, so it's just one of those things. In one of these kind of scenarios where you're trying to, what Jonathan's talking about here is, you know, you have a little more options where you're trying to not go in too far above asking price or anything like that. Maybe if you're still just right there, you make one of those phone calls. You tell your loan officer, hey, what can we do about this? And it might put you over the top where you need to be.
Right. So perfect. So in addition to appreciation starting to sell a little off, the next thing that you're going to notice that like we kind of already said, is that the inventory is starting to slow down. So once again, with that, sellers, you need to understand that buyers are going to have their options. Like I just said, buyers, you need to realize you have options, and that changes the market and that changes the game altogether. I mean, between the appreciation slowing down and the inventory starting to what did I just say?
You said it was going down, but I think you meant it was going to go up.
Yes, I meant to say increasing.
Yes.
So yeah, as the inventory starts to increase, that means, like I said, you have more options.
Correct.
And you can do more with what you have. I mean, just because you put an offer down doesn't mean that you can't put in 2 or 3 others. So do note that is a possibility, that you can continue looking until you get an offer that is accepted, and then you are not required to put an earnest money deposit down until that offer is accepted, and then you put it down.
Contract is extended.
Yeah, the contract is extended and such, and then that puts you into vending and all that good stuff, and then that's when you start working more with your loan officer over here, and we start funneling through all the fun documents.
Oh yeah.
But this doesn't have to be really long, as always. This is what we're thinking is going to be happening in 2019. This is what we want you to understand or expect to happen. This could happen at the beginning, towards the end, but please note that you should be talking to your realtor and loan officer and whoever else is in your team to understand what's happening in that moment. Because once again, this follows California, and there's no direct link between how fast that time that shifts over towards the East Coast, which is where we are.
It's kind of the trend. It goes that way and then comes across.
But something to note too, because I know that, and I don't know if I've shared this with you yet, but we actually do have realtors, more realtors than I think most buyers and such, that actually follow these videos and pay attention to this. So for you guys out there that are watching this, actually I think I said this last week. So for you guys that are out there that are watching this, if you're in the middle of the United States or you're somewhere not on the East Coast, to really try to truly stay aware, because what I'm saying might not actually be even relevant to you guys, because you guys might already be there, or you might be past that, or not even past that. You might be in the midst of it right now. So you're going to want to talk to your brokerages or look it up online, because there's ways of doing that. And if you want help with that, I can help you too. So yeah, appreciation slowing down. Increase in inventory.
Energy slowing down over here.
Missing that coffee this morning has kicked me. I didn't get cream.
Jonathan didn't have coffee,
and I can't
looks
do my
like
coffee
I did
black
last week.
Now I'm just doing the coffee black right now, and it's actually not that bad. What's this one called? It's the Cafe Espresso. What is it? Bustelo?
Oh, Cafe Bustelo.
Yes.
Yes.
This is actually pretty good. I actually don't like black coffee, but this is not that bad. And it's helping the headache right now.
I do not like black coffee at all.
Me neither, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah.
So anyways, do you have anything else to add? I think I pretty much summed up my side of it of 2 points.
Touch on the normal stuff, just to remind everybody. Make sure if you are looking, let's say, 2019 is literally right in front of us. If you are looking to purchase this year, you should start getting your credit pulled. You should start seeing where you are. Get your pre-approvals, your pre-qualifications, whatever you need to know where you are, so you can know, hey, I'm going to start looking for a house this month. It's going to be 3 months from now, 4, 5, 6, next week. Whatever it may be, start getting that stuff done. Get your credit pulled. Time flies. Spring market is going to be on us like this. And you want to be ready when it comes time and you're looking at all these properties and getting into bidding wars and whatever you need to do. You want to be prepared. You want to be ready. You'll have hopefully if you're working with me and you're working with Mr. Bolano, you'll have a strong team to help you, but we want you as prepared as well as possible. So
that's actually a really good point to make. Don't think that just because there's a high inventory that these houses are going to sit on the market too. I mean, realtors that we still work towards keeping a house only on the market as long as 45 days worse, and really 30 days, because anything after that, you're talking about becoming a troublesome home, and I've spoken about that in previous videos. And just a recap on it, since I'm talking about it, a troublesome home is a home that basically has problems. Why doesn't anybody else want this? Or people that come in and they say, I don't want this guy's leftovers. I mean, it happens every day now. A lot of people don't buy all their stuff at yard sales. You don't go to yard sales to buy a car. You go to a dealership because you don't want somebody's leftovers, or you're not going to go to someone's plate. Anyways, beat that dead horse. But that's what the 30 plus, the 45 day plus homes end up feeling like to other people. It's just the leftovers, and that's why they get bid
lower.
Yes, they get lower bids on them or offers. So still start your process now. If you're looking to buy a home in the mid-year or even soon, go get your pre-approval, go talk to your LO, come give us a call, understand the market, start looking at properties. Even if you're not going to actually start hitting the market like that, start going to open houses, start paying attention to what's out there. But get yourself linked up with a realtor, get yourself linked up with an LO, and start getting ready for 2019, because it's going to hit us in no time. And when you're there, you don't want to say, oh shoot, now I got to go get this, that, and the other, and not even understand the 4 things that you got to get the LO, because it's not always the easiest thing to acquire.
And not gonna lie, feels like it's already 2019 now.
I know.
I feel like we've been in 2019 for like 3 weeks at this point. So we really should get the ball rolling, and getting the ball rolling does not mean we're gonna get you in a house next week, next month. That's not what you want.
Right.
Getting the ball rolling means just putting yourself in that position, setting yourself up. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, just share, tag. You know, you tag, you get two entries into the contest. You share, you get 1 entry, $250 Amazon gift card next week.
Yes, next Thursday.
We're at that point where we can say next week.
Pulling it out the hat.
Yes.
Or bowl, or whatever the heck we have.
The bowl, the hat, garbage can, whatever. Depends on how many entries we have.
Yes, and one last thing from me. If you guys do like watching these, you're watching them every time afterwards, but you want to be part of the live video because you want to start getting your comments seen and such, which I don't have my computer set up today, but nonetheless, you want to start having that interactive conversation with us. 1, let us know, and 2, there's somewhere on Facebook, whether you're on Apple or a Samsung or a computer or whatever it is, a tablet, so many things these days, put that you want the notifications to come straight to you. So that way it's not just a normal page. You can be notified once we go live. You can be notified once we post something, whether you're on Jonathan's MLO page, business page, or the Bolano home page. And I think that's actually one last thing. If you guys are on Jonathan Agudelo MLO's Facebook page, definitely give us a like on Bolano home. If you're on our page, definitely look up Jonathan Agudelo MLO, both on Instagram and Facebook. We both have accounts on both of those. And it's definitely a way to kind of stay ahead of the market and see what's going on both in our lives and how the market's looking, and then have a place to directly connect to us when something comes up or when you want to get serious about buying or selling a property, so that we can get the ball rolling right away.
Yes, absolutely. We reach out, shoot us a message, text or call 401-365-7161.
401-612-3755. Just throw it off.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, again, $250 gift card for Amazon next Thursday. Be ready.
Yes. We'll see you guys next Thursday then.
Next Thursday.
Have a good night, guys.
I will be 1 year older. Be prepared for
all the gray hair.
Huge difference.
All right,
All right, guys.
See you guys
Hope you enjoy your holidays.